All right, today we're going to look at section 8.5, which is the volume of prisms and cylinders. Okay, so you should have your notebooks out. You should also have your blue packet out. And you were going to take all of these notes in your notebook. When I'm finished with this video, you're going to go back through your blue note packet and fill out the example problems. And after you're finished with your blue packet completely on this section, you may start your homework. So just to recap, you're going to do all of this in your notebook. When you are done watching the video, you're going to complete your blue packet, and then you may start on your homework. So here is your warm-up. You are finding the area of each figure described and using 3.14 for pi. So problem number 1 is a triangle with a base of 6 feet and a height of 3 feet. And number 2 is a circle with a radius of 5. I want a picture. I want you to write the formula. I want you to plug in your numbers and show your work on every step. When you are done, or I'm going to pause this, or you can pause this video, and when you're done, hit play. Check your answers for number 1. Area equals 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2 3 times 6, 1/2 times 18, which is 9 feet squared. And number 2, area equals pi r squared. So area equals 25 pi or 78.5 inches squared. Watch your labels on these area problems. Lots of you forgot the squared part on your quiz. Okay? Copy down your objective in your notebooks. You will learn to find the volume of prisms and cylinders. So I will learn to find the volume of prisms and cylinders. If you need time to write, pause this. So like I just said, we need to remember that area is measured in square units. Volume is measured in cubic units. So instead of units squared, which is area, we are going to have units cubed, which is volume. Okay, just keep that in mind. So a cylinder is a three-dimensional figure that has two congruent circular bases. Okay, so here is a base and here is a base. And they are both circles and they are both the same. So to find the volume of this cylinder, you need to take the area of the base, which is the area of this circle, times the height. Okay, so if the volume is the base times height, the volume is really pi r squared times the height, since this is the area of a circle. Oops. Okay, so the volume of a cylinder in this case is pi r squared times h. Okay, so here's some examples. Once again, you are doing these in your notebook. Okay, we're not on your blue packet, we're in your notebook. And it's up to you whether you want to sketch the figure or not. But I know that this is, the volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. And you must remember that the base is the area of this circle. Okay, so it's really area equals pi r squared times h, since that is the area of a circle. Okay, and so area equals pi times 4 squared times the height, which is 12. So I have 16 pi times 12 is, I have my calculator here, 16 times 12. Hold on. So the area is 192 pi, but I want it in terms of using 3.14 for pi. So I'm going to take 192, multiply it by 3.14, and I'm going to get 602.88, and this label is inches cubed. And holy cow, I've been writing area this whole time. It's not area, it is a volume. Volume, volume, volume. Did I do it back here also? No, I wrote volume. Alright, I'm not crazy. Alright, so 602.88 inches cubed. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so the volume is the area of the base times the height, which in this case is pi r squared, since it's a circle, times the height. So my volume is pi times 8 squared times 15, which is 64 pi times 15. And I need to multiply that. 64 times 15 is 960 pi. But I know I need to leave it in terms. I need to use 3.14 as pi, so I'm going to multiply 960 by 3.14, and I get I get volume is 3014.4 centimeters cubed. Okay? If at any point you need to slow down, or if you need time to write, just pause the video and then press play when you're ready to go. All right, one more. A drum company advertises a snare drum that is 4 inches high and 12 inches in diameter. You need to estimate the volume of the drum. So on this one, I want you to draw a picture. Okay, remember a cylinder has 2 equal circles as the base and then has a height. So my circle is going to be kind of large here because my diameter is 12. Okay, and you don't have to be an artist. I'm definitely not. So that's my diameter and my height is 4. So my volume is the area of the base times the height, which is volume. In this case is pi r squared times h. Okay, but you notice that my diameter was given to me as 12, and I know that radius is half of the diameter, so my radius is 6. Don't forget about that. So volume equals pi times 6 squared times 4. Volume equals 36 pi times 4. And then I do 36 times 4 in my calculator. And I get volume equals 144 pi. And I'm using 3.14 for pi. So I get 452.16. And in this case, it is inches cubed. All right, next thing we're going to do is a prism. And a prism is a three-dimensional figure named for the shape of its bases. Once again, the two bases are congruent polygons and all the other faces are parallelograms. So similarly, the volume of a prism is the area of the base times the height. The only thing different here is the base is sometimes going to be a triangle, sometimes going to be a parallelogram or a square. So you need to pay attention to that area of the base part. So here's your first example. You're doing this in your notebooks. This is a rectangular prism with a base 2 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So I'm going to draw that. 2 centimeters by 5 centimeters and a height of 3 centimeters. Remember, a rectangular prism kind of looks like this one over here. So you don't have to be artists. Kind of make it look 3D a little bit. And I'm not very good at this. Something like that. So, and then the height is 3. So my volume is the area of the base times the height, which volume is length times width this time because it's a rectangle times the height. So volume is 5 times 2 times 3. So volume is 10 times 3, and volume is 30 centimeters cubed. All right, next one. We are finding the volume of this triangular prism. So the volume is the area of the base times height. Okay, and in this case, it's the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height total. So volume equals 1/2, and I'm using this. My base, since these are the same, these triangles are the same, we know the bases are the same in these triangles. So it's 1/2 times 6 times 5, all times the height, which is 7. So my volume is 1/2 of 6 is 3 times 5, all times 7. Volume is 15 times 7, which is 105. So my volume equals 105 feet cubed. Remember that volume is cubed and area is squared. Next one, a rectangular prism with base 5 millimeters by 9 millimeters. So once again, you're going to try to draw your three-dimensional figure. This is not very good. And the height is 6. So my formula is volume equals area of the base times height, which volume equals length times width, since I'm dealing with a rectangle, times the height. Volume equals 9 times 5 times the height, which is 6. Volume equals 45 times 6. And in your calculators, you're doing 45 times 6. And you're getting 270 millimeters cubed. Okay, make sure you are writing every single one of these steps. I want to see the formula. I want to see you plug in the correct formula for the area of the base. I want to see you plug in the numbers. I want to see you solve it, and I want to see you box your answer with your correct label. I think I have two more after this. So, volume is the area of base times height. Volume equals 1/2 base times height times the height. That should all be in parentheses. So I have 1/2 times my base, which is 12, times 10, all times the height, which is 14. So I have 1/2 of 12 is 6, times 10 is 60, times 14, get out my calculator. 60 times 14 is 840, and my units are feet cubed. All right, last one. This is the last example on your blue packet. So at this time, I'm done with the video. You can always replay some of these examples if you need to, but you are going to go through your blue packet, solve all the problems, check with a partner to see if you're getting the same answer. Okay, and then my clue on this last problem on your blue packet, so flip there so you can write this clue, is the volume of this whole barn is the volume of this rectangular prism plus the volume of this triangular prism. Okay, so there's my clue on that one. So at this point, complete the examples in your blue packet. When you're finished with that, you can start your homework. I'll leave it up on the table, probably by your turn-in bins, and you may start on your homework. Please show me every single step, or you will not get full completion points on your homework. I will see you on Friday, where I will answer map prep questions before we grade them on Friday. See you then. Bye.